going to start with Shel Silverstein's Hug-A-War. I will not play at tug-a-war. I'd rather play at hug-a-war, where everyone hugs instead of tugs, where everyone giggles and rolls on the rug, where everyone kisses and everyone grins, and everyone cuddles and everyone wins. That's from Shel Silverstein's Where the Sidewalk Ends. And let's take a look at this little picture. Aren't they cute? Just giving a little hug there. So let's sing hello again, shall we? One more time. Hello, how are you? Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, hello. How are you? I'm just fine today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, so just because I want to get started with our great stories, let's just blow a kiss to everybody, shall we? Blow a kiss to one of your friends and blow a kiss to one of your friends and blow a kiss to one of your friends. I'm so glad to see you. And let's just wave hello. Hello, how are you? Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, hello. How are you? I'm just fine today. Well, I want to jump right on in because we did lose a bunch of time, all of us. But my name is Sophie, and this is Story Time. And I'm here Monday through Friday doing a little half hour of some of my favorite books and songs. And I wanted to start with Peach and Blue. And Peach and Blue is the story of it's a very sweet love story about two very, very different individuals. Peach and Blue is by Sarah S. Kilborne with paintings by Steve Johnson and Lou Fancher. The paintings in here are beautiful. Peach and Blue by Sarah S. Kilborne with paintings by Steve Johnson and Lou Fancher. And this is for my grandparents. It's a very nice duck. One still summer afternoon, a large blue-bellied toad wandered away from his pond at the bottom of a small hill. He jumped through the grass, leaping high over the snake holes, and climbed up and up and up to the hilltop. There he rested in the shade of a tree and looked out over the pond below. He's a very big frog, isn't he? A raindrop fell on the top of his head. He searched the sky for heavy stone-colored clouds, but there were no clouds at all. A few moments later, he felt another drop. This time he looked directly above him into the tree, and at the end of a thick, knobbly branch, he saw a peach with her eyes tightly shut. More drops fell onto his head. "Excuse me," called the toad. The peach opened her eyes. "I'm Blue," he said. "It's nice to meet you." "I'm Peach," said Peach, surprised. "What are you doing here?" "I came to see the view. Tell me, why are you crying?" "The summer's almost over. That means that I'm warm and round and red from the sun, and I've grown all that I'm ever going to grow." Peach looked at a moment into the tree. "This tree is my home, and I love my tree. But I wish that I could see what the rest of the world is like. I want to feel grass. I want to touch animals. I want to lie down and look up at the stars. But I'm stuck to this branch, and I won't go anywhere until it's too late. Soon I'll be picked and made into a cobbler or a tart, or eaten all at once by some stranger." Blue shuddered. "Ooh, can you see Peach?" This is Peach right there. "I wish I could walk," said Peach. Then I'd walk right down this tree and into the fields. Is it nice by your pond?
Well, it's all right,
said Blue, and he told her about the moss and the ducks and the mosquitoes. He spoke of the leaves and the trees and stone benches on one side, and he described his brothers and sisters, all 13 brothers and 15 sisters. Peach came from a large family too. She was related to all of the fruit on the tree, but none of the other peaches seemed interested in the world. Only Peach showed her face to the sun and the wind and the rain. Blue walked around the base of the tree, and he thought about tarts and cobblers and wondered what they were. And he thought about Peach being on the ground. I'm not scared to fall, she said. A quick breeze suddenly caught Peach's branch. Blue watched her sway with the wind. She swung out high and then came down low and swung back out high and almost tipped off the branch.
Stay there, said Blue. I have an idea.
And he disappeared down the hill. The next afternoon, Blue returned with his brothers and sisters. One by one, they jumped onto each other's backs, forming a tower. Blue sprung up last and landed directly beneath Peach. Then he stretched his arms around her, clasped her tightly, and pulled with all his might. Snap! Peach flew from the tree. Peach! Yelled Blue. Wait! I can't! Screamed Peach, and she rolled down the hill. Blue and his brothers and sisters leapt after her. The hill leveled out near the bottom, though, and Peach slowed to a stop, on her own, right at the edge of the pond.
Oh, are you okay?
Yelled Blue from high up on the hill. I'm fine, called Peach.
Don't move,
warned Blue. I won't, said Peach. When they reached the pond, Blue's brothers scurried behind a stump and returned carrying a small bowl made of twigs and mud with lily leaves on the bottom. Carefully, they lifted Peach and set her inside. Look, they made her a little nest.
We made this for you, they said.
Peach gingerly felt the mud with the lilies and the twigs. Thank you, she said. With a helpful shove from his sisters, Blue pushed the bowl off the sticky, muddy bank and onto the grass. There it glided easily.
I will be your legs, said Blue behind Peach. We'll walk wherever you want to go.
Peach opened her eyes wide. Oh my, she exclaimed. It's a harvest of colors. Blue looked at the damp old earth.
What do you see?
It's like he's pushing her in a baby pram, isn't it? Peach began. The green of the moss, of the reeds, of the grass, the red of my skin, of the ladybug's back, the blue of your belly, of afternoon sky, the brown of the bank, of the eider duck's eye, the white of the swans, of the kingfisher's eggs, the cream of cocoons, of the whippoorwill's legs, the silver of trout, of the damsel's wings fly, the beautiful colors of these beautiful things. You never told me about them, said Peach.
I never saw them before, said Blue.
They circled the pond the whole afternoon. They bumped over branches, slid down mud slips, bobbed in the reed bed. And Peach all the while discovered a pond that Blue had never seen. And when the sun began to fall, Blue set Peach gently into the water. He crawled onto a lily pad and tied the bowl to its flower. Together they watched the yellow and orange boughs of the sun unfold over the fields, and when all was left was the moon, the two of them drifted in the dark, live night. Shadows played off the pond. Crackling noises came from a bush. The bream leaped and splashed, scattering waves of water over Peach and Blue. "Would you like to sit on the bench for a spell?" Blue asked. Peach nodded. Blue called to his friend the kingfisher and asked her if she would help lift Peach to the bench. In an instant, Peach was flying through the air. Oh, thank you," she said when she landed, bounce, bounce, bounce on the stone. The kingfisher gave her a soft old feather to sit on. "Pleasure's mine," said the bird. "But you better rest up now. You seem a mite pale to me. Maybe need some supper." The kingfisher looked at Blue, then puffed out her chest and flew away. Immediately, Blue scooped some water with a lily cup, and he sprinkled a few drops over Peach. And even in the darkness, he saw the color come back to her skin. She had been tired. Next, he tore a branch from a willow, making sure that one end was dripping with tree milk, and he gave this to Peach as he settled beside her.
"It's not from a peach tree," he said, "but it's almost as good. Our willows are strong trees."
Peach smiled and sat up straighter. She rocked a bit with the night breeze, and Blue wrapped his arm around her so that she wouldn't slip away. He looked at the great world about them.
"You've shown me a special place,"
he said, and then he asked softly,
"Do you miss your tree?"
"Yes," said Peach, "but I'm much happier now." She relaxed in the crook of Blue's arm. "I wish I could stay here a while."
"You could stay forever if you like," said Blue. "I'd like you to."
"I don't think I'll last forever," said Peach.
"That's okay," said Blue. "Not many folks do. But until then, you have me, and I have you."
And that's the story of Peach and Blue. A very special little love story, don't you think? I like that story a lot. Kind of chokes me up a little bit. I thought that it would be fun to continue with the frog idea and sing a song about a froggy who happens to be in love, and he's going courting. Now, courting means that you go ask him for somebody's hand in marriage. Means you would like to be their friend and then get married to them as well. And so, I'm going to need your help, because the froggy, he has a big tongue. And so when he talks and sings, he goes like this.
Blow, blow.
Can you help me do that? Let's try it.
Blow, blow.
Very good. Let's try it together.
Blow, blow.
Excellent. Here we go. Froggy went a-courting and he did ride blum, blum. Froggy went a-courting and he did ride blum, blum. Froggy went a-courting and he did ride with his best friends by his side blum, blum, blum. When he rode up to Miss Mousie's house blum, blum. Rode up to Miss Mousie's house blum, blum. Rode up to Miss Mousie's house and he said, "Miss Mousie, be my spouse, blum, blum, blum." Now we get to be Miss Mousie. "You must ask my Uncle Rat, You must ask my Uncle Rat, You must ask my Uncle Rat. He is big and furry and fat, Now we get to be the frog again. Get your tongue ready.
Uncle Rat, what do you say? Blam, blam. Uncle Rat, what do you say? Blam, blam. Uncle Rat, what do you say? Uncle Rat said, A-OK, blam, blam, blam.
Well, what will the wedding supper be? Blam,
Blam.
what will the wedding supper be? Blam, blam. What will the wedding supper be? Flies on a plate and blackberry tea. Does that sound good to you? I guess if you're a frog, a fly sounds good. And blackberry tea sounds okay. Blech. Froggy went a-courting and he did ride, blam, blam. Froggy went a-courting and he did ride, blam, blam. Froggy went a-courting and he did ride with all of his best friends by his side, blam, 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 blam. It's fun to pretend you're a frog, isn't it? Well, there's lots and lots of love today. Even though I'm having some technical difficulties, I still get to be here with you, and that makes me extremely happy. And you know what? There is just one you in all of this world. Even if you are a twin, there's still really only one of you, or a triplet, or a quadruplet, or whatever you might be. There is still only one you. One you who feels the way that you do, one that thinks the way you do, one that makes you as special as you are. And that's why I thought we would read today, Just One You. And this is a Sesame Street book, and this is by Lillian Jaine with illustrations by Joe Mathie. Just One You. This is a story that's all about you and all the spectacular things you do. So please come along and we'll show you it's true that there's just one and only wonderful you. Look all around and here's what you'll find. You are unique. You're one of a kind. The smile on your face is like no smile I've seen. You're one special person, if you know what I mean. That's Cookie Monster. Your mind's full of magic to thrill and delight. Even on dark days, you make the world bright. No job is too big, no task is too small. No matter what comes, you tackle it all. You're strong and you're brave. You're a grand superhero. You give 100%. You never give 0. You dance and you dream from dusk until dawn. Don't ever stop trying. We'll cheer you on. Your adventures may take you away from your home, but your best friends will be there wherever you roam. Everyone knows how terrific you are. We'll always be sure that you will go far. Because even if something doesn't quite go your way, you will turn things around the very next day. I know that feeling. I've had it this morning. You're perfect as you. There's no one who's better. So be true to yourself and always remember. There's just one you No other person does the things that you do. Yes, it's absolutely, positively true. There's just one and only wonderful you. And that's just one you. And if you like these books, they come from Epic. They've been very helpful in helping me expand my library, since my library is coming to a very quick end. And speaking of ends, because today we had a couple technical difficulties when we got started, you and I am going to cut this short. And so I'm going to sing the goodbye song for you right now, because I know everybody has a very, very busy day and we need to get to that, don't we? But I want you to know that I'm thinking about you, and I will be back tomorrow with more stories and more songs, and I will try to make sure that whatever happened with Facebook today doesn't happen tomorrow. But, you know, every day is a new learning day. But for right now, let's say goodbye. Goodbye, Catherine. Goodbye, Frangelica. Goodbye, Katana. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Eli. Goodbye, Lily. Goodbye, Bella. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Ollie. Goodbye, Allie. Goodbye, Maya. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Danny. Goodbye, Helen. Goodbye, Isabella. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Melissa. Goodbye, JC. Goodbye, Delilah. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Madeline. Goodbye, Betsy. Goodbye, Alfie. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.